All right, good morning, everyone. I think we are live, good to go. I'm getting the green light from YouTube. Let's pray to baby Jesus that we do not have any issues on this live stream. Our last two live streams, both were having some serious buffering issues. I had to restart both of them. But yeah, let's get started. So today is Monday, the 30th. So December 30th, we have one more day of the trading year. Actually, we have two more. Well, I said that so wrong. We have two more days. Two more trading days of the year. So today is the second to last one. Like always, we're a little behind schedule today. It's 3:19 local time, so 9:19 Eastern Standard Time. So we have another 11 minutes before the market opens. And then like always at 9:30 the market opens and we'll be trading for about 30 minutes from there. Sometimes I go over 5-10 minutes, but that's usually the general gist. If you guys have any questions, check out the video description below. I added a few more FAQs to that section. Let's get started with the watch list. Good morning, Andrew. Good to have you back. Hello, Sebastian. No feeling, no. Yeah, you said it right. Let's hope we don't get either one. If there's any connection issues, I hope you guys let me know. Sometimes I don't catch them in time, and oftentimes I've noticed I have to restart my streaming software. So the faster I restart the streaming software, the better we are for playbacks. Anything else I want to go over housekeeping wise? Okay, so there is one thing I do want to mention, and today I'm not even sure, as much as I appreciate you, Andrew, for saying, good luck to the start of the week. It's already kind of a shaky start of the week because we might not have any trades available today. I was just looking through my accounts, and my margin account has 0 day trades left in it. I thought we'd get one Monday, but we're not. So I'm trying to think, where did I use that? And it might be because of this Kona trade, which is really just a long-term swing trade. I had a limit order for months in this very low area, and it got executed recently. But since that was not a day trade, I don't think that should have affected it. But I could show you guys this one in a little bit. And then our cash account is totally well, yeah, we used 2 trades in the cash account yesterday on Friday. So this one we might not be able to trade in either. We have $481 available in this account. So in theory, I could make a trade for $481. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think that's a little ridiculous, but I have a really cool game plan for January that I just can, oh, thanks, Andrew, that I can just not wait for. And so, you know what, I'm just going to kind of talk about it quickly. And I'm going to talk about this in the trade recap as well, but just very quickly, I'm going to take 2 minutes to kind of run through this as fast as possible. So here you can see that, this is just, I hope this is going to be this is probably a lot of information for you guys, but if you've seen my $25,000 challenge video already, you've seen me talk about these different estimates on how I can grow my account. And I just recently added a third one. And you can see here that if I do everything the same, but I increase my number of trades from 9 to 12, which means I also have to allocate less per trade as well. But if I do that, which basically means trading with a smaller position size, but trading more often, I'm actually able to grow my account even faster. So next month, so basically, actually starting tomorrow, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be reducing my position size because our position size is about $1,400 now per trade to about $1,100 per trade, even less if I'm using my cash account. But then I'll have basically 3 more trades per week. And in theory, actually, that should grow our account even faster because it reduces that tail end. It reduces, if you know the bell curve, it reduces basically the effect of any really bad trade and allows me to trade a bit more. So I've noticed my biggest issue with this challenge is being really hesitant to trade because I'm like, okay, I only have 1 trade today. And then I miss it, the opportunity I would have gone for, and then I took another trade that wasn't so hot, and I don't know, I've been getting myself in weird positions. So I think this one is not just good for account growth, but also psychologically, I think it will make me way more chill. So I'll talk about that a little bit more in the recap video, but just know that I might not trade today. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna, be not watching the market like a hawk. I want to be learning every day the market's open, and just be ready for when our account is ready to. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like I said, I might use the 480. Who knows? But the reason I don't really want to use it is because I can use that 480 tomorrow and allocate it properly in my 3 trades, because tomorrow we're gonna have $2,600 basically become available in this cash account. So if I don't trade this account, if I don't trade the $480 today, that means I'll have now $3,000 in the cash account tomorrow ready to trade, which means I could do $1,000 on each of those trades. That's why. So I don't know. We'll see. If there's something mind-blowingly good today, I might do it. Otherwise, pause off. So we'll see. We'll see. No stress. No stress. It's actually kind of relaxing. Okay, I just realized 4 minutes and 50 seconds till the market opens. Let's not waste another second. Well, I wouldn't say waste, but let's divert our attention to the watch list very quickly. FCEL 216 million market cap, kind of big. 170 million float, also kind of big. These are all stocks we've actually talked about before. It's a USA industrial equipment company, former runner, gapping not too big. Oh, I'm on the wrong chart. Gapping around 10%, so nothing really too impressive. Had its big first red day yesterday, and had a little press release today. I don't know, it's just like nothing blow away interesting on this one. And that big red day yesterday is kind of sketchy. Not to mention, okay, I don't know. You could say there's big resistance ahead at this 1.7 because that's kind of where we got rejected. But at the same time, we've broken from this big 180-day trend line with volume. So this thing could, in theory, just keep on running, and it might break past some of these resistance levels. And if it does, shorts might start getting squeezed, and this thing could potentially run pretty high. So I'm going to put a little alert here, or 2.3. I would like to know. But yeah, I'm going to definitely be watching this one. What else we got here? We got 3 minutes and 30 seconds till the market opens. Gotta have a little drink of water. SAVA is the next one I'm looking at. I'll pull that one up very quickly. There's a lot of things that are running last week. It's like biotech craze right now, and they're all former runners right now on our watch list. SAVA, 89 million market cap, 15 million float, a US biotech, gapping 26%. So this one's pretty interesting, actually. It was at $1.50 3 weeks ago. No news, though. This thing could crash really, really hard. I'm not even really sure why it's been rallying so hard. Some hedge funds are talking about it. It does have just kind of like news about Watchlist. I don't know. Nothing's like super interesting about it in terms of recent news. And that's kind of a big problem today. So it's kind of it keeps on running, but with no concrete reason for it. So this thing could crash at any moment, and it's getting really, really close to this former gap area, about 650. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of note that down here. You can kind of see that this area back here was also a former support for a little bit, and then became kind of resistance in this area. So big resistance ahead. I don't know, kind of gapping up with no news. I would be a little cautious on this one. And you can see here it perfectly hit that 6.6 area and now selling off. I wouldn't be surprised if this one had a morning panic, maybe back to like $5 or something like that. That would be a double-digit sell-off, so around 14%. But yeah, I think $5 could be a really nice buy on SAVA. So I'm going to go ahead and put an alert here, just kind of. And then we got a minute 40 left. Let's just talk about MDR. Ooh, here's VRNA, which we were trading like a freaking wild cowboy on Friday. This one, good fun. This was not a bad trade. Both of them were interesting. I just didn't cut my losses on the first one quick enough. The second one was perfect, and I really wanted to do a third trade, but we didn't have a trade available. That would have been, again, like a double-digit trade. So this one could have been really, really good. I just, the first trade I did was a little too aggressive, and I didn't cut my losses quick enough. And then we have very quickly, MDR. I gotta breathe. 270 million market cap, 179 million float, US oil and gas equipment and services company, you know, gapping only around 7, maybe 10% now. It's been running the last 2 days after it hit a low of about 50 cents 3 weeks ago. Huge resistance at 159. You know, it doesn't really have any news today, but if this thing breaks out, it's going to be breaking from some serious, really serious resistance zones, and it has a lot of dollar volume kind of accumulating. This one could really rally hard, and I think this one's going to be a fun one to watch today. So again, I have an alert already around 1.68, which, okay, it's already above that, so I'm going to move my alert up a little bit. Yeah, so this one, I think this one's going to be really interesting. Now it's around 13%. And the reason really is just because the pure technicals on this one has no news about it. But if it breaks this big resistance area about like 1.6, I think this thing could fly. So let's see what's going to happen today. What's up, Anestis? Let's get ready for that market open. Ready? You. All right. All right, let's see what it goes on here. Must say it's quite relaxing not having a trade available, but at the same time, it's kind of depressing because ultimately that's what I want to be doing. Let me know if you guys are looking at any charts or if any tickers you guys want me to check out. I obviously have more time today to look up anything. Sometimes when you guys throw out a ticker and I'm in the middle of a trade, it's hard for me to check it out, but today it should be more calm. So if we had a trade available, let's just keep thinking today. If we had a trade, what would I do? So I'll let you know if I would enter a trade. To be honest, at this 1.6 area, it's really interesting because we have this breakout zone, but big selling volume right here. Got to be a little careful. I'm going to keep an eye out on the 5-minute chart. You can find sometimes really nice entries in the 5-minute because you can find those really important support and resistance areas. Whew, guys, remember all the stocks we were talking about today have no news and they're near big resistance. So you want to be really, really careful with these. These things, I mean, they can really crash hard, all of them right now. SAVA is doing the most running. It's also percentage-wise one of the highest on our scanner. So let's MDR though, right here, this is really interesting area. I mean, this little crash, that's a 6% crash. Let's see what happens. This thing is mad interesting. Check out SAVA. Okay, I like SAVA. Big opening volume, guys. Gapping up over $6. This is the top one on our watch list as well. Big resistance at 6.6, but if it can break that, it can really bounce hard. It can really run. I would probably consider buying on a pullback after 6.6, but let's see what happens here. Big sellers coming in at 6:30. Phew. We got sellers all up in the market. Pullback back to 618 would actually be really interesting. It's a little harder to find a clear entry on this one. It's a little choppy, I'm not gonna lie. It's also a lot of resistance above, guys. Huge amount of resistance. Let's quickly go to the long-term chart so you guys can see what I'm complaining about all the time. Right here, it's 660. This used to be former support, and it was the last area we were at before the price just completely got butchered. I mean, this stock is probably way more interesting for a short seller right now, which we could, in theory, do, but I don't know. I want to put some attention to SLGL. I have it highlighted on my watch list because the gapping on this one was just absurd, 170%, huge gap. Found some support in this 18 area, had a nice 12% bounce. Now selling off. First candles are all selling. Let me move to the 1 minute so we can see a little bit more going on here. 17, 18. Big sell-off so far. Just, keep an eye on this one because it's, up 100%. So this one's one of the biggest movers for today. 104% so far. Really crazy. Back to SAVA. It's going to look a little different now because we're on the 1 minute chart. Okay, so it's breaking to the upside. So this pullback would have been a good entry. So we had a break here. We had a pullback of 615, like we said in the beginning. Now, in theory, we could be up 5%. The big question is, will we break this former high of 6.6? You can see it here on the 5 minute chart pretty clearly. I honestly don't think I would be holding this one. I don't know. I think I would be chickening out on this one. I probably would have took my 3-4% on this one and just kind of dipped. I probably would have tried to hold it a little bit longer. So yeah, it probably would have been like a 4% profit on this one. If, it's so easy to say that I would have done that. I mean, you see the real trades. But yeah, we had this nice break to the upside, big volume, and putting a limit order for that previous breakout is always a nice potential kind of more safe entry. Here we go, trying to break 650 now. This one has the highest dollar volume on our watch list, which means a lot of traders are looking at it. $6.5 for a second there. What's going on? How come the order book's not updating that? On the order book, we're seeing 6.45. Something's not right here. Something's delayed. On the chart, we're breaking out. On the price, time and sales, we're breaking out. Order book is stuck at 645. I don't know what's going on with that. This is delayed. The order book is delayed. Good thing it's on video. I think I'm going to tell TD about this. That's not nice. Huge delay here on the order book. You can see it. Stock's up around 11% now. Breakout is really clear. Check out the delay on the order book. It's showing 659. The price, time and sales is 688. Really sketchy. Don't know what that's all about. All right, this would have been the pick. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little sketched out with the amount of resistance right here and the fact that it had no news, but this would have been the one. Really cool. We're 8 minutes now into the market open. So a potential entry, like I said, wow, look at that freaking crack right off the back. 16% runner, but right away, gap down 8%. This would have been a really nice bounce. Remember I said waiting for a breakout and buying the pullback at 6.6. So we would have probably had a limit order here if we had a trade available. And for a small period of time, we'd be up a little profitable. I'd be closing that position. I would take my 4% profit. But that's how you're able to take these consistent profits. Especially with those flash crashes. If you got a limit order sometimes ready to go, really, really nice. But yeah, with $400, if I had that order out, that would have been $16 profit. Woohoo! Basically, not even really worth it. So I'd rather have that to make really nice, clean, even trades. Yeah, this would have been a good one. You know, we were looking at all the right stuff. Market cap and shares outstanding were a little high, so that did have me a little bit on edge. 17 million. Actually, 17 million is quite nice. It's actually not bad at all. $32 million volume, 32% change to the upside. I mean, this thing is kind of screaming everything that we typically look for. So this could have been already 2 trades. If we had, 2 to 3 trades, or at least 2 trades available per day, I would have had my 2 trades already done. Potentially, I don't know. I mean, in theory. And we could be walking away today with a profitable day just like that. So always nice when you have these really clean patterns. Again, this is what we look for. Opening, bell, big green volume, break to the upside, buy the pullback at the former support level, breakout zone, and then, sell into the green. So I probably would have sold too early on this one. But then, we would have been able to get the second trade. So we would have had a 4% trade and maybe a 5% trade. Or, I would have been really ballsy and, maybe got a 12% trade, but I kind of doubt it. I don't know. I typically don't get those, although I'm working on them much, much more. Very cool, guys. Very, very cool. Always so much to learn. Even if you can't trade, you could just watch the market in real time, just see how much you can learn. Let's check out some of these other movers. FCEL, not really on our watch list, and here you see why. Brutal. Hot damn, I would not want to be touching that one. Okay, SLGL. This one was kind of interesting. It just, 400 million market cap. That's a pretty big market cap. I don't know, just in general, not really what we're looking for. Although it's having this red to green move, and it's actually looking kind of good. So if we have a break to the upside here, maybe buying a pullback, this thing could potentially see a new all-time high. That gap up was just really, really insane. Check out that gap up. A lot of times I'll see when, something's gapping that much, it'll pull back, have a little red move, and then sometimes go green, even if it doesn't hold its high very well. So let's see what happens with this one. I wouldn't be trading it, but interesting to see what happens. If it does break to the upside, let's say around here, a little 7% to the pull to the upside, placing a limit order around 19.6 would be really interesting. Seeing if you could get a little tap, a little sell off, and then maybe getting a run to the upside from there. Yeah, markets are all a little red in general. Dow Jones down 0.3, S&P 500 down 0.3 as well. You can see it here at the top left. And then NASDAQ down 0.59. Bitcoin's up 1%, and the VIX is up 8%. Whoo, hooty hoo. Let's quickly check out MDR. That's the one we were kind of looking at as well. Oh, wow. Yeah, this one's kind of really choppy, but at the same time, really kind of attractive to trade. Finding some support here at the 1.55. That's what we were talking about when the live stream opened. You would have been quick with this one. What I don't like about this one is obviously the 300 million market cap. It's like way too huge for our trading style. And even these big moves here, like if you got this perfect bottom and you sold at this top, that's only 5%. You want something that's running 30%, and then you don't even have to get a perfect entry or perfect exit, and you could still make 5, 10, 15, 20%. That's what you're looking for. And this one, this is just a big company. So I don't know. SLGL looking really shaky. This is why you don't want to trade these and just kind of be guessing in this area. It's not a clear pattern. Yeah. Back to SAVA. Let's keep checking out how this one's going. Whoo! Giant sell-off over here. Nice bounce. 5% bounce. This would have been such a fun one to trade today. I would have loved trading this one today. This was our second pick of the day, SAVA. This one, you know, fit our criterion the closest. NIO, let me quickly check it out. Andrew. Looking real good. At first I thought you said new high of day. Let's see what this one is. Now this one's definitely not in our typical price category. Gapped up 17-20%, but then, you know, crashed, solid pullback and kind of selling off pre-market. Yeah, I don't know. Did have nice little opening volume, but, you know, there's no interest on this stock right now. It has, you know, around $100,000 being traded so far on the day. That's nothing. That would, you know, it's really risky. Once we start trading with a $10,000-$20,000 position size, these stocks will just murder you because you won't be able to get in and out of your position. With our $1,000 position size, you know, these are tradable stocks, but at the moment they're not. And it's not even making percentage moves that much. 5.6 million market cap, kind of nice. 29 million shares outstanding. Also okay. Doesn't have any news on it. I don't know. I don't know if I would touch this one. I think I just have to apologize quickly. I was looking at TBLT that whole time when I was talking about NIO. Andrew, I got to apologize, and I got to apologize to anyone else that was confused just now. I was just looking at the wrong stock. So the one you're calling out, NIO, that was a really ridiculous mistake on my end, sorry. Let's see, it actually has some news on it today. What I really like about NIO is this gapping right in the beginning. It's a little overextended pre-market. What I mean by overextended is this run up, really aggressive run up, 24%. But then, you know, most of the run up happens at last few moments. So that's kind of sketchy to trade this one because you don't know how much it's going to dip. What does look good though is when it has this run up and then it pulls back. And the reason why was this one, okay, it's because the amount of shares outstanding are just way more than I typically trade. What I like about this one, it has this nice little, you know, big two big green candles, sells off, goes back to the EMA, former breakout zone, and then continues to run this 8% run right here. We're looking really good. This might keep running today, but first, you know, seeing some pullback here. I like this one. You know, breaking out here, decent volume, breaking out above the 180-day moving average. Yeah, this could be a really good pick. Again, it just has a lot of shares outstanding, much more than we typically trade with, which means sometimes it won't rip as much. Let's quickly see NIO. What's the float on this one? Okay, so shares outstanding 1 billion. Yeah, we see that. Float is 729 million. Yeah, that's quite a heavy amount of heavy float. The market cap though is surprisingly small. 3.2 million market cap. Oh wait, nope. There's a billion. 2.48 billion market cap. It's one of the downsides with trading with such a small screen. I only see like half of everything. We need to make this a little bit bigger here. So again, SAVA is still probably the one I would have wanted to trade today. Really similar, wait, let's let the charts update for a second. Similar chart pattern to NIO actually. You know, we have move to the upside, big green volume, pull back, and then a rip to the upside. You see this one's doing about 12, 13%, while NIO is doing about 8%. And the small amount of shares outstanding allows these companies, these small caps, to run a lot harder. And that's kind of what you look for. And that's why we look for those small MDR now is breaking above. Let's very quickly check it out. This one's finally breaking above that area where we're talking about big resistance at the 1.6. Whoo, yes, really nice. Really solid red to green move. Guys, this thing could fly today. I think this one could be really, really nice. Up around 8%. You can see here, once it finally cracked 1.6, we had one pullback. Actually, we touched it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You can see this former resistance is new support, and you can see it here in this chart perfectly. So really fun one to watch. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, this one really ran to like $2 or something. Maybe even $3. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if it's going to happen, but, you know, it could. Especially if shorts start getting squeezed and stuff. I think SAVA is still my sweetheart. That would have been the one that I would have loved to trade. So 3 trades on this one that are just picture perfect. First, and you know, this one's not overextended or anything like that. Really, really nice. A lot of momentum behind in the last few days, although no news really today. That got me a little on edge. But then we have this first pullback here at 619. Could have, you know, traded this one around 4%. Maybe ran it all the way up to here at $7. That would have been trade number 1. Trade number 2 would have been buying this pullback at former resistance breakout area at 6.5. It's about a 5% trade, let's just say. This trade would have been a little sketchy, but as you saw the shift in selling to buying, so maybe back up in here, coming back into this area, could have been a good buy. I don't know. This one would have been hard, but definitely possible for another 5% trade or so. I wouldn't touch it anymore. I would be done with trading this one. I think this one's done. Could be wrong, but I don't know. For me, this one would be over. In about 8 minutes, if I didn't trade today, then I would be now switching to looking for big pullbacks, looking for reversals from about 10 to 11, dip buying, things like that. And then after those reversals happen, looking for the first and second pullbacks. That's what I'd be looking for now, from around 10 to 11. And then after that, I'd be pretty much done for the day. So yeah, guys, little slow day today. I kind of apologize for that. Could have been a little bit more vigilant on noticing that I wouldn't have a trade available today, or I don't know, kind of preparing for that a little bit more. But, you know, today's the last day we're going to be trading with 9 trades per week. So starting tomorrow, we're going to be having 12 trades per week. Woohoo! So I'm really stoked about that. NIO looks like it wants to blast into outer space. This could be a really good trade. 3% here. I wouldn't be buying it yet. I'd probably be waiting for a little bit of a pullback, just because I don't like buying these breakouts, because they tend to pull back really quickly. Especially because we're almost at 10 o'clock. I've kind of started forbidding myself to buy breakouts at 9:55 to 10. Just I don't want to buy any breakouts, and it's like a really specific time. But I've noticed a lot of my last losers were because I bought breakouts right when the gap and go strategy is kind of over, so it's a little bit weaker at that point. And this is one of those points. Now, trading's not an exact science, and you're going to see a lot of moves that kind of, you know, if you broke your rules, it would have been a good trade, but you want to have some sort of foundation that you can base all your trades off of. And to me, I have found that trading from those areas is just not a good idea. And here you can see why. Check this out. Boom, we're crashing right now. 3.22. See, we're pulling up here. I would have wanted to have, like I said, limit order on a pullback. I would have been probably way too cautious, probably had like 315 or something like that, probably missed this potential entry, but I wouldn't be trading this one anyway. That's just really interesting to watch. 319 now. 20. The amount of shares being traded on this one is just, it's crazy. Here we go. It looks like we're going to have a little crack to the upside here. We got to break past 22, 21, 321. New buyers coming in, 580, 580. Dude, that 22 is just like, oh, piling on. Ooh, okay. I think the fight was just lost. I think nope. All right, well, this order book is just messing with me now. $320. Okay, sellers are picking up again. I wouldn't want to be a buyer right here. $320 is all right. Buyers back at 320. The ask is back to 321. I feel like in my FAQ I should answer a question: is trading addicting? I'm not sure. 1.7 thousand sellers just now on the order book at 3.21. Whew. Yeah, this is like the battle right now. Actually, on the 5-minute chart, this looks pretty healthy. I think this, you know, could break to the upside. We're having one of those larger pullbacks. This could be really good. I don't think I would want to trade it myself, especially because right now it's 3:57. So it's basically 9:57 Eastern Standard Time. But it looks really interesting. 320. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this live stream. But before I do that, let's just kind of watch this one a little bit longer because it's so much fun. So NIO, the one Andrew picked out in the chat room, you know, was pretty interested about this one. I like it. It's moving like a small cap, but it's 100% not a small cap. 3.3 billion market cap and 1 billion shares outstanding. So this is something we would probably never trade. But I like how it's moving. Really interesting on the 5-minute chart down here. I like how it's, you know, forming, it's consolidating. It broke up to the upside, consolidating with not too much selling volume. And this EMA 15 is moving in from underneath. I think there's a lot of support coming in here. And this one, you know, could make some new high of days. Not to mention, if you check out their daily chart here, you know, this thing finally broke some huge resistance. And, you know, there's clear skies up to 5.5 potentially. So let's see what happens. This is going to be a good one to follow. I'm not sure what the news is about this one. NIO stocks. Let's see. Wow, this one's got so much news on it. Okay, beat earnings. Okay, so that's really good catalyst. It beat its earnings. Yeah, okay. I'm going to be interested to check out how this one is in like 4 days. Basically, starting 2020. It's going to be really interesting to see how high it went. I don't think there's a big rush on buying this one, but any sort of major pullback on this would probably be a good buy. and it doesn't even look like it's able to pull back. Here we go. 318. Can we crack 318? I think if whew, it's getting hot in here. I'm getting myself all rallied up. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and make that recap video because the video, I wanna really dive into my portfolio allocation because I'm just getting more and more excited about it. I remember in November, we had like the biggest portfolio allocation nightmare going on with our trading because of the small account challenge. And it's been a while since I traded an account under $25,000. So I was not really like, I was ready for it and I was like, okay, well, we're going to have, 6 trades per week. I got to, only aim for the best. But then psychologically, I was not ready for how that would mess up my trading, which it did because, I kept on waiting for the perfect trade, but then kind of missing it because I'm like, okay, I only have 1 trade today. And then, just having constant issues with that kind of mental battle. So I'm excited we're going to have 12 trades per week. And it's going to be really good fun. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. Guys, if you found this content useful, I would definitely appreciate you giving it a thumbs up. Always makes my day. Plus, you make this content easier to find for future traders. Subscribe, guys, if you are new here and you want to learn more about trading, finance, and all that fun stuff. Woo, NIO is breaking to the upside. Man, this thing is just so much fun to watch. This is like the best TV channel in the world every day for free at 9:30. Not my channel, which I think is kind of cool, but just the stock market in general. Yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. I definitely appreciate it. There's a new link below this video. It's called tradejournal.co/connect. Anything kind of new or really cool I want to share there or kind of keep you guys posted about, I'll be adding links in that link. So if you click on it, it's just going to be a couple of cool and fun links and things that I find interesting. So guys, check that out if you have not done so already. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. I will see you again tomorrow where we're actually going to be trading because I'm going to have 3 trades available. Woohoo! So until then, stay safe, guys. Make some awesome trades. I'll see you for the last trading day of the year of 2019 of the decade. Till then, ciao, ciao.